So I've talked at great length of the peculiars of Low Saxon, its speaker numbers, its dialects, its where it's spoken, how it's related to English. But what I haven't done is given you a taste of what the language is like, how it works, what happens when we speak. And one great way of doing that is going over a few expressions that we use on a daily basis. I've selected about 5 of them for you. For some reason, they're all about aging and death. Sorry about that. We do have lots of different domains we cover, but these were the ones I came up with today. So the first one is, when someone's past their prime, things aren't moving as fast anymore as they used to go. We say, "He van geen hazen meer." Literally, he doesn't catch hares anymore. Well, this invokes the image of a young dog. Some are so lightning fast that they can outrun hares. But, once they're past their prime, they slow down. And so when you see an old man or woman shuffling down the road, you could say, "Den van geen hazen meer." The second one is, "Den heeft de meeste appel wel het." Literally, he's eaten most of his share of potatoes. Everyone gets their share of potatoes in life, and, he's almost through them. And the third one is a very obscure sort of expression. I don't think it is known outside of my hometown. Whenever someone's on their deathbed and they're in real pain, "How is he?" "Oh, Jean Fududura." So literally sand before his door. And this refers to, we used to have these cobbled streets with cobblestones, and they were lined with rows of small cottages with single walls. And you can imagine that if a big horse with a loaded carriage would, drive past, that would make the whole street tremble and shake, including someone who's on their deathbed, separated by a very thin sort of wall. So what people would do is, when someone was really bad, they would spread sand over the cobblestones to dampen the sort of trembling and the noise. That's how we know that someone inside there was on his last legs, which is another expression. So, "Hij loopt op de laatste benen." He's walking on his last legs. And referring to legs, when someone does pass away, we could say, "Den heeft de beentjes bij mekaar gelegd." He's laying his legs together. When you're young and you're in your prime, you're working all day and you're moving about, and your legs are never together because you're out and about. So when you do put your legs together, something's off. Quite a philosophical way of saying things is that if someone's passed away, we could say, "He is out of the time." "Hij is uit de tijd." So this literally means he's left the timeline. He's not part of the limits of time anymore. He's, in part of the eternal now. Those are a few very nice Low Saxon expressions that sort of show you how the language works. Of course, it's a very heavy theme, so I could do more of these on separate domains of life. So do let me know in the comments what domain I should cover next.